Hi travelers, Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot, and I'm going to be coming to you today with an open reading. It's a short one. Let's see. I will be going this weekend. I really need to take a bit of time off. My friend Jay Burris, he emailed me the other day. He goes, "Oh my God, you're working so hard and you're doing it during the retrograde." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I didn't even think about it like that." So anyway, I'm going to go down. I have a friend who has a place in Cozumel, so I'm going to go down this weekend and ride horses and maybe either fish or snorkel. I'm not exactly sure which one, but I just feel a bit disconnected. As if I've been spending too much time with my head in the stars. And so I need to get back into my body and reground. So I know I'll definitely be riding some horses. So what I will try to do is either record the Friday open reading earlier and then schedule it to be posted up, or I might just get up early Friday morning. I'm not exactly sure. I'll also have a few articles for those of you who are over on the website. Give you guys something to do over the weekend if you're interested while I'm away. So, all right. I don't have any idea what transits are happening right now. I did not check. I'm going to be bringing you guys horoscopes here pretty soon. I have a friend, Alexander, he's a Russian, and he is an astrologer, and he's teaching me how to write horoscopes. So I will be bringing you guys, I'm not going to say when, but I will be bringing you some horoscopes. And I don't know if I'll just be doing weekly horoscopes or if it'll be daily and weekly. I don't know. That's a lot of work. So we'll see. That's going to be over on the website. For those of you who might be interested in a personal reading, you can click on the little eye up here in the right-hand corner. That will take you directly over to the website. If you're interested in a reading by phone, when you get to the site, there is a tab there that says Readings by Phone. I want you to hover your mouse over that, and a side menu will pop out. At the very top, there will be something that says Important Information on Booking. I do ask that you read that because that will explain everything you need to know about how to book a phone reading with me. For personal video readings, there's a tab for that, and everything you need to know is also on that one. My other services are there. Take a look around on the site. There's website options, membership options where you can purchase. There's a yearly recurring, a 6-month recurring, and then a 30-day membership option. You know, if you don't want to do the year or the 6 months, you can get the 30 days. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, fine. What have you lost? $7. So there on the site, you will find my monthly individual tarot readings. You'll also get 2 free birth charts, plenty of articles. You know, I don't think I have anything in the metaphysical gallery. And I think that I will be posting up here. Once I get back, I'll do a couple of metaphysical videos for you guys. So you can check the daily planetary positions. There's lots of stuff over on the site. It's not just tarot, individual tarot card readings. So anyway, I have the Radiant White deck here with me. I have the Angel Answer cards and the Heart Oracle Tarot. And then I'm going to, I have the clarifiers here of the La Vida Sibila. So we're just going to open the cards and see what we can see. No specific zodiac sign and no specific time frame. We do have the new moon. I think it's this evening. Is today the 26th? Yes, we have the new moon in Taurus. We'll know if that is a part of what the message will be, because if the 6 of coins, that is the moon in Taurus card, will present itself. And then we'll just kind of see what happens. As with all open readings, please take what you can, disregard what you cannot. I will try to make the interpretations as broad as I can so that they, can factor in perhaps for more people, or hopefully everybody will be able to get a little something out of it. I know that's not always possible. I read for so many people when they watch. So, heterosexual, same-sex couples. Welcome new subscribers. Old subscribers, thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate that. You can also find the links to my Facebook group and LinkedIn if you want to come over to LinkedIn. I don't spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. And I have to figure out what I can do with LinkedIn. There's got to be something I can do. I don't know what. So anyway, let's go ahead and lay the cards. We're going to pull 9 cards down. That one wants to present itself. The 10 of Swords. Well, whatever this is, just know that you're nearing the end of a cycle here. Okay? It's a 10, and 10s are about completions. I think the reading that I did the other day, we were talking about an end of a karmic cycle. Wow, it's a lot of swords. Well, there it is. Moon in Taurus. Moon in Taurus. Isn't that odd? There's the Hanged Man. The Hierophant. Yeah, we're nearing the end of a cycle. And either someone or something will be representing itself, okay? Returning, a situation and or a person. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about the tarot, it is divided into 2 groups. The major arcana and what are known as the minor arcana or the pip cards. The major arcana are our spiritual and life lessons. They are cards like the Lovers, the Hanged Man, the Hierophant, and the World card. And then we have the minor arcana or the pip cards. And these are our numbered cards. 10 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 7 of Cups. And then our Moon in Taurus card, which is the 6 of Pentacles. Now, right in the center, our focus card is this 7 of Cups. I have 2 7s here. And so it is always rather important when you have a repeating numbers. I also have 2 6s right next to each other. The Lovers is a number 6 card, as is the 6 of Pentacles, of course. Past, present, future, and the interplay of the cards. Now, right in the center of the focus card is the 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Cups is the card of fantasies, daydreams, having a lot of choices and not exactly sure which is the best choice for you. It is a Cups card, which means that there is a highly emotional component to this. A lot of readers will just read Cups about love, but there are many more emotions besides love. There's fear, there's anger, there's jealousy, there's capriciousness, there's, you know, there are lots of other emotions. So I always just try to read the cards as a some kind of emotional component. It can also be the card of addictions, okay? Someone can be addicted to, I don't know, a fantasy life. Maybe they spend a lot of time on the internet. Maybe they drink a lot. Maybe they gamble. Maybe they go from relationship to relationship hoping that they're going to find the person that they're looking for. I don't know. It is just an emotional component. It is also, because it is Venus in Scorpio. Venus in Scorpio is intense. It can be jealous and possessive. So this could be also about not wanting to let something go. Not wanting to, because it's 7 cups here. And they represent the 7 planetary governors, which is going to be the sun, the moon, and the moon. The sun and the moon are not planets. They're luminaries, okay? But they're considered to be planets in astrology. So it's the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars. The 3 outer planets are not, big outer planets are not counted. Saturn, I think Saturn's one of the planets. Yeah, it is one of the planetary governors. And then there's one more, and I can't off the top of my head. But that's from the old ancient tarot and the old ancient astrology, the classical tarot and the classic astrology, the 7 planetary governors. So this could really be about trying to, in a sense, get a handle on where all of these things that you're trying to juggle, or all of these things that you want to do, or all of these things that you dream about doing. How do I achieve all of those things? Okay. Now, with the top row, I have the 10 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, and the Lovers. The 10 of Swords lets me know that either through some type of reversal of fortune, or the feeling of being stabbed in the back, or it's about a miscommunication. Now, is this about someone else lying to you? I would say for some of you, the answer would be yes. And this energy is still kind of hanging around because it starts with the 10. So in other words, we had the opportunity, or we have the opportunity to kind of get over this. This is the darkest before the dawn. This is the, and that's an overkill. It don't take 10 swords to kill somebody, stab them in the back. It's just one sword well placed will do the trick. But this is like maybe something that has happened time and time and time again. And finally, you're at the bottom and you're like, hey, I can't even do this anymore. If this is about addictions, maybe someone is coming to, they've hit the bottom, okay? These 3 swords here, swords are always about ideas, concepts, beliefs, communications, perceptions, things of that nature. And I'm looking at this Lover's card, and the Lover's card is kind of a funny thing. And I was reading an article. I don't even know where I was reading that article. It might have been in a book. I don't even know what book. I've got so many books, it's ridiculous. So I was reading how it used to be in the very first tarot decks that the Lovers was not about a choice. It was literally about meeting someone as your paths crossed. And understanding that how do we, it's about not opposites meeting, but it is about the attraction between 2 people. And how do those 2 people come together to not only in a cooperative effort, but also to be of benefit to their community and the society and whatnot. But over time, the meaning of that card has changed, and even the imagery on the card has changed to where now it is about the choice between head and heart. It is about being at a crossroads, and about deciding whether or not this person that you have met is the person that you're supposed to be with, or do I sacrifice that and go off and do whatever it is I'm going to do. But it is also a representation about trying to marry the opposites within yourself, okay, the feminine and the masculine. And I feel that the 7 of Swords is a really funny card. For the most part, traditionally, it is speaks about cheating, lying, stealing, theft, just all around bad behavior, about doing things and getting away with it in broad daylight. It could be about manipulations. It could be about stalking. It could be about a number of things. But there's also an old 14th century interpretation that speaks to a house move. Now, I never see that when I see this card. But as we can see, we see the person taking away 5 swords, okay, and they're looking back over their shoulder at the 2 stuck in the ground. So this tells me that the person has obviously either communicated or they think they've gotten away with something, okay, but they may be having second doubt, they're not exactly sure, okay. I'm going to get into that probably with the Sibilas. But we definitely see that there's a Lover's card here. So this could be, in effect, some of you are still grappling with the knowledge or that information has come to you that there has been a third party involved in a situation. Okay? Because sometimes that's what the Lovers is about. It's about a third party coming in. I would dare say that the Jupiter in Libra cycle has brought about many opportunities for people to be in partnership with each other. So it will bring Jupiter in Libra will bring many opportunities and it will bring many relationships. Some of them are going to be good for you. Some of them will not be good for you. I also feel that in one respect, this is somebody kind of weighing up perhaps where they have come from in the past and how they have, what their ideas are surrounding relationships and cooperative partnerships, how they have communicated that or how other people have communicated to them. And I do feel that this Ten of Swords speaks to some kind of disappointment. On the past row, I have the Ten of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Hanged Man. This is Jupiter in Libra, okay? And this card is about stepping away from a situation and really trying to give some thought as to what's going on. And we can see that someone has been in a holding pattern, that if this is happening for you, this is a holding pattern. But it's a holding pattern not because it's designed to make you unhappy. It's really about trying to get to the essence of what is really going on with this Seven of Swords. And typically when, I'm sorry, the Seven of Cups. And typically when I see that Seven of Cups, this is really somebody who is conflicted and confused about their desires and their wants, okay? The two sevens tell me that there has been perhaps some false emotions and false, it warns of false friends, okay? And this could also be what that Lovers is about. The Lovers is not just about two people. It is about the concept of, again, cooperative relationships. So this could be finding out that the groups of people you've been hanging out with really have not been in your best interest. And if that is the case, then this could be like a turning point in which someone is trying to reassess and to reevaluate. And that's really what all of the retrograde planets are about. They're about reassessing and reevaluating things in your life. That could be from your finances to your relationships, to your work, to your familial structures, how you have things set up. And we can see that even though the person has taken some time out, there's a lot of choices, I think, to be made. A lot of choices. And here's the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is either about someone who is sharing what they have, either from a charitable or a philanthropic kind of a position, and they're giving all to one organization or one group of people or, you know, whatever. And then there's somebody else that's not getting something. So if this is not even about groups of people, this could be really asking you to take a look at what are you giving and whom are you giving it to. It could also be about doing things for other people, but not doing something for yourself. Okay. So this is really, I think, taking some time, stepping back from a situation, trying to get a handle on what is really going on deep inside. You know, if you have fantasies or daydreams about doing something, well, are you not able to do it because you're so busy doing things for other people? Or are you not doing it because there's something fundamentally wrong? Maybe there's a fear. I don't know. Across the bottom, I have three major arcanas. Here is the Hanged Man, which represents Neptune. And Neptune is all about blurred lines, the loss of boundaries, that kind of universal spirit or universal love. But this card can also be about somebody who is a martyr and wants to sacrifice themselves. And not necessarily that they're doing it out of, maybe they are with the two sevens. They are doing it for manipulative means. But at the same time, if you find yourself in that position where you feel that you're doing a lot for other people and you're not getting anything in return, remember, you placed yourself there in that position. Okay, and so this card can also be about somebody who literally has to sacrifice, take some time out. So they may not be drinking, they may not be partying, they may not be in a relationship, they may not be having sex, they could be celibate, but they're doing it because they're really trying to get to the essence of what is going on and what are they missing in their life. And I do feel that this card really is speaking about something that is missing. I also feel here that with the Hierophant sitting underneath these two sevens, the Hierophant is a mentor. He's a teacher. He can be a counselor. But also the energy of the Hierophant can be having dogmatic beliefs and being so rigid in them that it's causing problems, okay? And so the question becomes now, are my beliefs really lining up with what I want? Are my thoughts really lining up to what I desire? Have I been lied to? And if I've been lied to by these beliefs or these dogmatic, rigid, whatever the case may be, societal things that have been placed on me, you know, that's really not where I'm coming from. And so this could literally be someone who's having really, they're at a turning point in their life where they're about to make a major life change. Okay. And that could mean they're going to be getting, you know, chucking old friends, maybe even selling their house and moving away. This could be about taking a gap year off. It could really talk about a lot of things because the Hierophant represents institutions. So we're looking at, you know, colleges, hospital, churches, even marriage. Maybe this is somebody who before never wanted to be married, and now all of a sudden they're starting to see that maybe they do want to share their life with someone, and they do want that kind of solid commitment. The Hierophant also represents Taurus, and Taurus is all about security. So this could be, it's about your physical security, but it is also about having self-esteem and self-worth. You know, and so if you've been giving of yourself and doing everything for everybody else, but you're not getting anything in return, why is that? Is it because you don't feel like you deserve everything, or are you doing it because your self-worth and your self-esteem is so low? That's how you kind of maintain your feeling of worth, that you allow people to step over your boundaries, okay, in order to get that recognition or that ego boost or whatever it is that you need. I do feel that with Saturn here, and this is the World card, and really it's kind of funny because these two cards represent something different in terms of the energy. These are both Earth cards. There's Taurus, and Taurus is slow, stubborn, and fixed, doesn't like change. And here is Saturn, and Saturn says, well, you know, I want you to build up something that is going to stand the test of time. But this is also the Karma card, letting you know that you're at or about to come to a moment of grace. And you can, right now you are protected where you are. So maybe there's a bit more work to be done. And I think it could be some kind of confusion between, the reason why I say these are different energies, for this card always plays to me, even though it represents Saturn, kind of plays to me with the Sagittarian energy. And the Sagittarian energy is more of a philosophical belief. It's not necessarily always a heavy religious belief. This could be someone who has been staunchly dogmatic. They have not veered from what they have been taught, let's say from a organized religion standpoint, but now here with the Hanged Man, they might be starting to reevaluate those things. But this is a moment, I think, of grace. Now, there's some message. Here we have the Knight of Wands. Now, typically he represents the sign of Leo, but it could be any fire sign, but it is also the airy part of fire. In order for, and what I mean when I say the airy part, the air helps you to formulate ideas, concepts, okay, or a plan. So this is a plan to move forward or to return back. So this is either going to be a message or a situation. And in one respect, I do feel that this is going to be someone coming back from the past. Now, because it is the Knight of Wands, they could be coming back, or the message could come in a very, very, in a hurry. but it is kind of that energy that comes out of nowhere that may kind of take you by surprise. I think for some of you, this is really about you being on the precipice of trying to make a decision about whether you want to stay or whether you want to go. Maybe, you know, in terms of a relationship, you don't feel, or you have not been, it has not been equal. And that's what Libra wants. It wants equality. It doesn't just want things to be romantic and beautiful. It wants things to be equal and fair. We do understand that it is impossible to always have that 50-50 balance within relationships. But we also know that no matter who's giving the 70% or the 30%, if you consider the other person in whatever is happening, and you try to act from really a place of understanding, diplomacy, and cooperativeness, it doesn't mean you're going to always agree. Then you can, you know, and it's really about putting in the work of trying to maintain those connections. We have everything here except the Wands card. And I would say sometimes that this is a Wands card. This is a big old stick that he's hanging on. And that can be about unrealized passion and fire. You see his head, his corona is lit up. Okay, and it's in effect, it's a cross. So this could be about some kind of hidden burning passion that somebody has to move away or to do something. Maybe a message is going to come in that's going to help you make that decision, because right in the center, we do have this 7 of Cups. Now, the 2 6s in tarot speak to justifiable faith in your partner. So for some of you, this could be about something that really went bad, and you have decided to accept the situation for what it is. You are yourself really kind of looking at maybe what you did or what you said or what it is that you really want. Again, another reevaluation. And this could be about an opportunity to, if not reconcile, then this is about the message coming through that, yes, it was real. Yes, it is real. Now, we're going to pull some Sibilas. And even if what you know to be real, and you still don't come together, then if you've been second guessing or asking, was it even real? The question is, yes, it was real. That's the answer. Yes, it was very real. It's not an imagination. It's not some fantasy. It's not some delusion that you've been having. This card is asking that you try to find that balance within yourself, because sometimes it's about accepting the situation just as it is, you know, and that's really not a sacrifice kind of a thing. It can be just having to accept the situation for what it is, recognizing that, yes, that was real, it was true, but for whatever reason, it's not supposed to be right now. We're going to pull cards, and I'm going to pull cards actually across this whole top row. I know that's it's hard. It's difficult. It's painful. It can be lonely and isolated. But it is at times like that when you really have to stand firm in whatever your faith is. Okay. And so what I mean by that is, you know, I get a lot of people that email me and they want a reading. And the question that everybody wants to know, will I find my true love? Well, I can't answer that question for you, whether or not you're going to find because I don't know what your true love is. You know, that's something you have to figure out for yourself. And, you know, real life is, you know, if you're in the right place at the right time, you're in the right frame of mind, then maybe you will meet your true love. But if you're not, maybe you won't. So it's about at least maintaining the hope and faith that if that person that you perhaps it did not go well with, yes, that is a love there. Okay. And it could be really, I'm looking at these cards. It's really something that is quite spiritual. This could be a very karmic relationship where people have to go back to their respective corners and learn their karmic lessons before they can move forward. But at the same time, just because it's not going the way you'd hoped or that you wanted doesn't mean that you should give up that firm belief and that firm faith that someone is going to come. And it could even be that once those lessons are learned, the two people come back together. But to have faith that that person that you're supposed to be with will eventually arrive. Okay. And for some of you, I would dare say that that person has already shown up, but just due to, I don't know, different beliefs, different ways of thinking, maybe personality conflicts, you know, it just, and sometimes that's just the way it is. So this is really about trying to learn how to, I think it's interesting that the Hanged Man and the Hierophant have come out together because they represent, they're completely two different energies. This is about below the surface. This is things that are going on the fifth dimensional plane. And this is about someone who's able to access that fifth dimension, but then to bring down whatever information that they're getting into the real world. The coins always represent the physical plane. Okay. And this is about protecting your boundaries because he's boundless. Okay. But I also feel that it speaks to not being so rigid that you can't allow some kind of change to come in. Okay. Because it really looks as though the universe is trying to bring about some kind of change. Let's pull cards on this 10 of Swords. Now, if this is about a conflict with an enemy or someone who has become like a thorn in your side or a mosquito buzzing around you, know that that is also about to end. That person is out of balance. Okay. And they really are not grounded enough within themselves and secure enough within themselves to take a look at themselves. Okay. And so you just need to keep on doing what you're doing. You're protected in this. I mean, really, all across the bottom, you are protected in this. Okay. And so you need to, you yourself, stay focused and stay centered on whatever it is that you are trying to do or want to do. Let's take a look. I'm going to look at all three of these cards together with the Sibilas. Right. For some of you, we do have the enemy, the Lanamika. We have the Donati. Now, for some of you, this could be some kind of, maybe you have just discovered that somebody's been stealing from you, or has not been honest in terms of their financial dealings with you. Because here we have the Militare card. This is the law enforcement card. Whether you are same-sex or heterosexual, whomever's going to take the role of this La Namica. But there's another meaning to this, because sometimes this could be literally us being our own worst enemy. It falls on swords. And no matter what anybody else says or does, it is really the way you perceive my reality is not your reality, and vice versa. So it's really about the perception of what you think is going on that can make the difference. This is not just about money, but is also a representation of some type of security, okay, or safety. And, you know, somebody may be stealing that away from you. All right. And this could be, you know, something from the past that's coming up. Maybe this, in the past, somebody that you trusted stabbed you in the back. People don't just steal physical items from you. They can steal your time, your hope, your faith, your belief. You know, they can steal lots of things, your trust. They can steal lots of things from you. And so this could be about... this is coming up again, and I feel in one respect that it is. It's trying to tell me that whatever this thing is that's occurring, and I think it's occurring mostly below the surface. And the reason why I say that is we have a lot, it's more weighted towards the swords. Okay. So in other words, this is about thinking, beliefs, communications, perceptions, and ideas. Sometimes this can be about something new or somebody new coming in, and your experiences are so colored from the past that you automatically assume that the person is going to do the same thing to you. Remember, I said this is kind of can read like fear, particularly with these two, the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Cups. It is a fear of getting close to your emotions, of allowing what your real desires are, how you really feel about something. You know, and of course you would have a right to be very angry, but you shouldn't carry that forward. When you expect people to disappoint you, invariably that is what you get. But then sometimes we can be so fearful that people are going to disappoint us that we end up causing that person to abandon us in some way. Right. La Vecchia Signora. Now, she speaks to an acquaintance, an old acquaintance. This could even be like a relative or something. But this is typically somebody who can say, you know, I've been there and I've done that and I know, and, you know, but you have to decide. I think they have already given advice to you, and it's been something really they only want to help, okay? Nothing else. But someone thinks that they're lying. They're not sure. They don't trust it. They don't trust what they're feeling. They don't trust what they're fantasizing about. They don't trust what they dream about. They don't even trust that they know really what they want. And this is really about, this reads like 12th house stuff. And that is the house of self-undoing and hidden enemies. But a lot of times what they don't tell you in the astrology books is hidden enemies. When they speak about hidden enemies, they're talking about hidden enemies from a past life. There's a karmic debt trying to be repaid or to be owed. You know, you're trying to work out, balance that out, and fix that from past lives. But what they don't tell you a lot of times in the astrology books about hidden enemies, the hidden enemy is also the hidden enemy within ourselves. Okay, the one that we don't always see. So let's take a quick look at what this, I want to look at all three of these cards at the bottom. Because that's what that says. Being caught out with lies and deceptions. But are they lies? They're lies and deceptions that what? About the way we feel. We're tired of feeling this way, but we're also lying to ourselves. We're not even sure what the hell's going on. Those are those two swords. That's that indecision. I don't even know what the hell's going on. And so it is about that balance. This could be about lying about really what it is that you want and you need in your life. And how do I go about balancing myself out to get that? And it's through cooperation with people, but also being cooperative with yourself. Shit. And maybe that's the problem, is that the person is so mixed up that they don't know if they're coming or if they're going. They have no clue, and they can't make any decisions. And that's the fear that I speak about. That's that hidden enemy of your, you know, of yourself. Fear can cause you to become comatose, immobilized, isolated, alone. And so you do nothing. Now that's interesting. There is a great benefit in looking at things. Okay. So this time frame is designed for you to look at the blessings, or to look at what blessings are due to come to you. Okay. And being able to accept those. But here's the Hierophant falling on top of the Il Nemico, falling on top of the Hierophant. So I have the La Nemica and the Il Nemico. In one respect, this tells me that these two people know each other. For some reason, they are presenting as enemies toward each other. This could be the karmic debt, the hidden enemies. Okay. They are hidden, not always necessarily hidden enemies, but that past life connection there, where in one lifetime somebody did something to another person, and that person is either there for payback, or the other person is there for atonement, to try to come back and make up, and to rectify that past life, whatever it is. Okay. But again, it also speaks to that false belief, or that holding on to those old things. Remember, Taurus doesn't like change. Okay. About being so rigid and set in the way that you think and you believe, that you know exactly that you are now becoming an enemy to yourself. In fact, with the 3 cards together, here is the happiness of the heart. The universe is trying to bring that to you. Okay. This is quite interesting. Well, you know, only you can figure it out. And maybe what it's going to take is to reach out to that person and speak to them. You know, I can't say to you, yes, that person is going to respond back, or this has been coming up a lot, but with these three and the 2 6s here, what these cards are saying is that if you doubt, and we see that we do have doubt, and we have a lot of indecision, and we don't know really if we're up or we're down. Look at that. He's hanging upside down, but he's stuck right where he is. He's rooted. He's got the keys at the base of his feet. There's secret knowledge available to you, the wisdom available to you. But if I'm going to read the 2 6s that say justifiable faith in your partner, then this says that even if you hear back from that person, rest assured that that person has your best interest at heart. And maybe all you need to do is hear that. Maybe all you need to do is have that justifiable faith. Okay? And that is what will change everything for you. Now, let's pull, no matter how it turns out, that will change everything. Because it's right on the cusp of stepping out of that wreath. Yes, you are protected, but sometimes you have to take a risk. And that can be that Knight of Wands energy. Somebody who just kind of comes in and opens all of the closets and all of the doors and pulls back the curtains, and suddenly you can see all kinds of stuff that you were never able to see before. You know? Okay? All right, so if whatever question was not answered for that particular spread, please formulate your question in your mind. I will pull 1 angel answer card. And hopefully the angel answer card will answer your question, provide you some comfort and solace if that is what you need, or perhaps point you in a direction of what you should and or should not do. Okay? And then we're going to pull 1 angel answer card to, 1 Heart Oracle Tarot to kind of wrap that up, because I know it's kind of up in the air. There's no definitive answers. That requires a personal reading. Perfect timing. Now, let's read that. I ain't gonna be doing no more math because I can't add. Perfect timing. This is the perfect timing for the situation you've asked about. Move forward with confidence. Don't delay or hesitate because an energy gateway is presently open for you. That's that. You know, now that I think about that, that Knight of Wands represented Leo. Well, we had Destiny's Gate, the Destiny's Gate in, was it 2015? And that was in the sign of Leo. Conditions are ripe. Even if you don't feel prepared, rest assured that you are. So again, it's kind of reading like, you know, you're just reach out. Just reach out. And maybe someone has already reached out to you and you are not exactly sure if you should return the favor, you know. And the reason why I say that is those 2 6s. And I think if the person has already contacted you, they didn't contact you just to play games. And not even to fish. I think they contacted you and they did so, and however it was done, it makes you see that that person really does care about you, however that means for you. So that 6 of coins then becomes very important. You can either ignore that person and continue doing what you're doing. What do you do? One card. Are we ready? The Flow card. Do you know what card that is? That is the Wheel of Fortune. It is the 10. The keywords: attract, expect, release, serendipity, cycles, and expansion. Remember I kept saying it had that Sagittarian energy to it? That's this card. The Wheel of Fortune represents Sagittarius. The energies around you at this time are positive. It represents the planet of Jupiter. The energies around you at this time are positive and are driving you forward. Let yourself flow with these energies and put them to good use. This is an opportune time to attract your heart's desires. Do you want more love, peace, or greater understanding? That's that 7 of Cups. Is your heart calling out for a new relationship? Does a current relationship need improvement? Focus on your desires and allow them to manifest by expecting them to. Remember I was saying sometimes, you know, this could be about past disappointments and you are allowing those to color what's trying to happen for you now. Don't do that. At the same time, release yourself to the flow. Events greater than you can ever imagine may be heading your way. Project your desires, but also be open to new possibilities. Good fortune and joyful synchronicities come with the Flow card. Open your heart and arms wide and embrace what comes to you. Nothing is static. Life flows in cycles, expanding and contracting, changing and growing. You may be entering a new cycle regarding matters of the heart. Welcome this new cycle. When a stone is tossed into a pond, the ripples flow with the water as they expand and grow. You're in an exciting period of forward movement and expansion, heading into the unknown. This forward movement may guide you into new relationships or out of old ones. In either case, know that the change is for your highest good. The energy of expansion will help you grow into your new situation gracefully, safely, and comfortably. The affirmation of this card is, I move forward with grace and ease. Well, there you have it. I hope this message helped travelers. And until when I see you again, Namaste.